on day 295 of 365 days of reflections. My phone is doing a weird thing, like, I don't know. It's not making my alarms go off or anything. I actually overslept for communion this morning, but I caught the majority of it and I caught the replay. But it was amazing. As I said, communion is the best part of waking up. It's the first part of my day, and that really solidifies me for the whole day. And last night, my grandson spent the night, Elijah, and he sleeps horizontal and we sleep vertical. So it was like an H in the bed. He was kicking, punching. Yeah, I got a little, I don't know, a little tired. A little tired because he sleeps wild, wild. And you say, well, why is he sleeping in the bed anyhow? Because he's scared to sleep in the room by himself. So, yeah, he's still young. I know at that age, I was pretty much the same way. When my sister got older, I did not want to sleep in that room by myself. So I certainly get that. How you doing, Brandon? Or is it Braden? I said it wrong. Braden. I'll get it straight. And so today being Tuesday, I missed my mastermind meeting. I have some ladies I've been masterminding with since it's actually like a prayer call. We've been meeting for, I want to say 14 years now. Let's see, since 2012. 13, 14, 15, yeah, 13 years. I was going to say 15. I am good. I'm just sleepy. I'm kind of tired. That's why I came on just a little earlier than I have been lately because not getting enough sleep is catching up to me. I was literally sitting in the chair yesterday about to do some work and I was literally asleep. I like how my grandson says literally. He said literally. Yeah, so I'm kind of saying the same way. How are you, Braden? Oh, did you say something out of turn? Because it says this message is held. Um, I'm not quite sure what you said. Okay. But I didn't bring my glasses, so you said you're good. I didn't bring my glasses today. I did have a realtor meeting today. I am the chairperson for our DEI committee. So we are about to have a housing, what is it called? It's a housing outreach fair. It's like a fair where the community gets to come out and gets to see all that the realtors and the other associated businesses are doing for housing, right? To try and stimulate information, knowledge about how to buy, what the process entails. So, how are you doing, Brooke? Brooke and Zoe? So that's what I did this afternoon. And that meeting, wow, it started out really slow. We had two other people in the meeting. And as soon as we finished meeting, then other people started showing up. So we just did a reset and did the meeting all over again because we wanted to make sure everybody was briefed on what our big housing fair is. In fact, I thought I had a flyer with me, but I don't. So I did that. And let's see, this morning I made my grandson some juice. He likes apples and ginger. He's a really good sous chef. So he chopped up the ginger, well, sliced the ginger for me yesterday. So yeah, I'm good. I am good. I'm good. Just a little tired. I was just saying I need to start getting to bed earlier just so I'm not so tired. And oh, what's the other thing I wanted to share with you? I made a couple of juices today. I don't know if you can see this. So this was a pomegranate powerhouse that I made. I actually shipped some of this to one of the ladies that's in my juicing. I call it press for purpose, press with purpose. So it's a juicing club. So I started that. But that was my first time juicing pomegranates. I've never juiced pomegranates before, so that was interesting. I just thought the seeds would cause a problem with my juicer, but it didn't. It didn't at all. I mean, it worked fine, and the taste was pretty good. I think the only exception is where I didn't peel the rind off good enough. I could taste the hint of the rind. Yeah, yeah, it was really good. So, really good, Brooke. Really, really good. I heard you. Um, yeah, so juicing with pomegranates, that was different. It was very, very good though. Very good. So I did ship some more juices out today, and then tonight I had planned to get on this financial, what was it called? It was a Reset Your Finances or something, 6-week boot camp, but I missed day one, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna join it because I feel like I'm so far behind to play catch up. And then I had another mastermind call. I'm in Adam, can't remember his last name, but Adam, he's also on YouTube. He has an event group, a mastermind group, where he trains people how to do virtual events. So I was in there. Rufus Blade, like that name. Hey, love the channel. Thank you. So I like that name, Rufus Blade. You know, my sister, I used to call her Rufus, even though her name was Ruth. I would call her Rufus because I just liked that name. And there was a school where I was born and raised. It was called Rufus King. And I think Rufus King must be a famous person or something. I don't know. But at the time, that school was in an area that I was afraid to go. And I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. So when I had to go to that school, I was so scared. And this was like middle school, right? Middle school. Going from elementary to middle school is already, scary. At least it was for me. And so when I went to that school, I found out I was scared for nothing. I had all this expectation of what it was going to be. It was nothing like that. It was the best place, but one of the best schools I went to. And that was, I think that was in the 7th or 8th grade. I think it was 8th grade, because I actually got bused transferred because that was during they were transferring kids in and out of the city for, what was it called? I just called it busing, but it was where they were trying to make sure that we were all getting the same level of education, which we weren't, but still, they wanted to bus us. So I was bussed out, and then I went to a local school. So it was interesting. I don't even know why I brought that up, but I saw the name Rufus. So, well, good night to you, Remo Raffetto. Good night. You're from Buenos Aires, Argentina. No, did I go to Argentina? I went to, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of it. It was near Portugal. It's an island, and I can't think of the name of it, but it's an island. Is Argentina an island? No, I don't think it is. I can't remember, but I went, the Azores, that's where I've been. Been to the Azores. I don't even know if that's near Argentina, but I saw the A and thought maybe that's it. But no, I've been to the Azores, which I believe that's part of Portugal, or it's near the coast. So I have been there. So, sorry, my English is not good. Saludos. Is that salutations or something like that, maybe? I'm not sure. But my English is not good when I'm tired. So I'm probably not saying some things I'm not articulating correctly because I'm tired. So I'm going to wish you all a good night. I'm trying to think, what else do I want to share with you? From Proverbs 21, where it's talking about of life and conduct. I love how it talks about how we can think we're right in our own eyes, but it's the Lord that sees clearly the heart, right? He sees the heart, so he knows. You had an interesting thing. You ever had someone text you something by mistake and it's something that they didn't want you to know? Well, that happened to me today. I manage properties, right? So I have a rental, and I was actually helping the lady who sent me a text saying she had no heat. So I said, okay, let's get a HVAC person out there and check it out. Long story short, they checked out the HVAC and found out they had to decommission they had to shut off the furnace because something was cracked. I forgot what it's called, like a manifold or something was cracked. So it was the potential of having carbon monoxide leak out. And so the technician called me back, explained it all, told me the difference between replacing it and repairing it and all this other stuff. Okay, so I take heaters out because there's no heaters. It's going to be a while before it gets repaired. And she's texting me back and forth. And I tell her I was going to drop something off. This was after I dropped the heaters off. I needed to drop off like a credit for something else that was related to the house. And she texts me back and said, yeah, no one's home. And I thought that was the end of it. I said, okay, I'll put this underneath the mat. And what text I get back, you want to guess what text I got back? I learned a little English in high school. Well, the text I got back says, Kathy might show up and she doesn't know you live here or you live there. I thought, Kathy doesn't know. She's texting Kathy and she doesn't know she's texting Kathy. So, have you ever done that? You text someone and you think you're texting someone else about the someone that you're talking about in the text? Yeah, that happened. It happened today. So what did I do? I text the owner because it's a rental I manage. Text the owner. I said, hey, the tenant texted me this message. So I sent a screenshot so the owner could see. So I don't know what's going to happen, but interesting. So be careful who you're texting. How about this? Just don't text anything behind somebody's back that you wouldn't say to their face. How's that? I like that even better. Don't you? Yeah, I do. I do. Anybody agree? Anybody agree? Anybody agree? That's what I say. Why text stuff that is like a big secret? That's really what it was. It was a big secret. So for all I know, she might be having somebody else living there that's not supposed to be there because they're not on a lease. And that starts a whole nother thing. So that's the life of property management, though. Gotta love it. But if you teach me, I will learn the complete alphabet. The best way to learn English, I think, is to watch little kid shows like on learning, kindergarten, preschool, where you're learning ABCs, you're learning sounds. That's a good start. And then moving on up, where you're starting to put sentence structure together. That's my recommendation. But I was born speaking English. Well, not born, but I learned English. You know, that's my native language. Now, if you ask me another language, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, un poco español. I mean, I can speak a couple of different languages, very, very little, very, very little. So, but that's how I learned. When I was in Germany, I was speaking a lot of German, you know. And when I was in Somalia, I was speaking a lot of Somali because the natives were speaking it. But now that I'm not there, I'm not speaking anything. Okay, there's another message held for review. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but it doesn't look very positive. So I am going to say good night, and I will see you tomorrow on another day of reflections. Good night. Sweet dreams. Bye-bye.